Today we are gonna react to the NPLPH #1 Hanzo, I heard, aka King Kong from Onic PH. So without further ado, let's quickly get started. First of all, we're gonna take a look at the draft. We got Clinching and Gringer starting off. Mid lane looking pretty good. The farm lane looking pretty good, aka the go lane, right? And we got some assassin being banned away. We're not gonna take a look at that. Well, Lucas does get banned, which is really, really good. On the other side, RQ, we do have Sicilian and Arathel. Now, Arathel is the last pick. Arathel also does really well against Hanzo because it's really, really hard for Hanzo to get to Arathel. Not to mention, towards even the early game, Arathel with ultimate can easily dodge Hanzo's skills, and Arathel can take Purify, which can cleanse all the stacks. And you got a Sicilian on top of it, which is impossible to kill if a Sicilian just activated the ultimate. So far, I think this will be a pretty tough game. I wouldn't say super tough, right? Because if you get to the backline, you can still kill Sicilian fairly easily. But you need to get to the backline. And the last two picks, right? The Hylos and Badon. I hate going against Badon. Hylos is okay. Because you can bait out the heal, you can bait out a bunch of stuff from the Hylos and then reuse the skills again. Badon, when you go in with your skill 2, Badon can use a skill 1. And Hanzo's skill 2 animation is fairly long, right? So when Hanzo goes in with a skill 2, Badon can just use skill 1 to push you back. And that's something I don't get it. I think they should make Hanzo immune to quad control while you're using skill 2. Because this character is still fairly weak. You know, in fact, the recent nerf has made Hanzo even weaker, right? And I think it would make more sense to give Hanzo some decent buff. Let's take a look at starting up the game. Immediately we took a look at the minimap. You got some baiting coming in from Kacha, and Hanzo's able to leverage the opportunity to steal the red. That's interesting because that rarely happens, right? I don't think that, not checking red is a good idea. Especially when team have a Hanzo. But Hanzo rarely invades now because you need to have a level 2, I would say, to invade safely. So it can be like, this is a 50-50 play. Because if Hanzo comes in and Hylos is not defending the blue, right? And it will waste a lot of time from the Hanzo. Because then, Hylos can actually get on Hanzo, might even be able to kill him. You have to send a bunch of people to come support him, right? Clinching might have to go help him. So this is like 50-50 play, and it will delay Hanzo's jungle clear really quite badly, and Hanzo would have to maybe not even get level 4 because you got level 3 power spike from Suyo right here, right? So starting off, it did end up working out. At this point, by the way, I didn't watch the previous games for the Snapdragon Pro series. This was recommended to me by the editor. Big shout out to Muhammad for recommending this game. A lot of passionate viewers here for Mobile Legends Pro esports. But I would say starting off, it was a good start for the side of Onic, right? You can see that the Sujin finally got level 4, but Hanzo's level 5 right here. So one full level ahead was a better retreat. And then Suyo is still farming the jungle, where, look at Hanzo, it's already in position, right? And you got Kirk in position as well. So you just have more people, more manpower at the first turtle here. So King Kong was able to easily get the first turtle. By the way, I gotta say, personally, here's a personal note. Comparing King Kong and Kyrie, which player is better looking in your opinion, right? Leave a comment down below, let me know. I just wanna ask, for a lot of people across the world, what do y'all think, what's your beauty, handsome standard for the modern esports player? King Kong and Kyrie. I think they're both pretty good looking. Anyways, coming back to the game here, so far it's pretty even. With few hundred gold to lead to the side of, actually it's back to even now, completely even. I think this largely due to the fact there is a Hylos and Badon on the map, right? And Suyo early game is also really strong. Sicilian just for the wave clear early game, he didn't really offer too much, but the wave clear is enough, right? And Hanzo doesn't really have anyone to kill. So King Kong this game, I think, is mostly gonna focus on farm. In fact, so far he's 0-0-0, right? There's no one else to, do anything. And then look at his mini map on his rotation. He's mostly just farming. Super Friends is 1v3, 1v4 in the mid lane. And that's something that we frequently see. Kacha, I see quite a bit of interest in Rome. I think the current meta at least different from the last World Series, we see something interesting, right? We see now, I would say the meta changes. The only thing that come out of it is, well, Guitar has always been a roam, but I think right now Badang is a roam because I don't know if they change Badang, the skill 1 and then the pushes on ultimate just seems too strong. That should not be a roam option. And there's something about Badang, just like, well, obviously this Badang is not a roam, it's a side lane, but either way, you know, I think Badang being played as a roam, that's a viable option, just makes me angry. But I also show you like sometimes when certain characters become too strong, it can be abused in many different positions. And flex pick is always good, right? Let's take a look at top lane team fight. Okay, heal comes out, Poe come out from Sicilian. Sicilian also have a really good range compared to Jushin, right? So RQ, I would say is pretty decent draft this game. It's hard for Hanzo to do anything. And let's take a look at this turtle right here. King Kong is always farming. I'm actually interested in King Kong's personal farm to see how far ahead he is. Oh, one more time. Kirk is getting initiated on. He's able to jump away. No, he's still dead. But let's focus on King Kong here. He jumped in because of all the damage that, you know, Kirk already did to Idok, so he's able to get a kill. But he didn't pursue Susujin, which got engaged on by the Katakacha, which is quite interesting, right? If I would, to be honest, I would make the same decision to kill the, you know, the Hylos first because it's kind of low, and sometimes just getting a kill is good enough. Let me go back to the team fight one more time, right? Let's see what ended up happening. So he went on King Idok is low. All right, Soul Snap. He's fully healed up. I would just go to Susujin right now. I'll take a like a rotation towards Susujin, or I'll straight up walk back towards Rins because this guy is overextending, right? This is time that I go for Rins. But let's see what happened here. He decided I'll attack. Oh, I don't know why he retreated with the ultimate. That was kind of odd because King Kong has full energy here. Like, take a look at his energy. He is also fully healed up. There's no reason to call back your ultimate at this early, right? So I'm not sure why he decided to do that. Maybe he was worried about Dyron, maybe some internal communication going on. And so that team fight was handed to RRQ in my opinion, you know? So I don't know what exactly happened within the communication. Sometimes not really handed for free. There's always communication going on within the team that the team is considering. Because it's very, very, very different looking at a game from a God's perspective, you know, from a post-mortem, compared to a team who's like literally playing on the spot, right? There's different kind of mentality going into the play. There's also, most importantly, like I would just say different mental fortitude, right? Or different mental state, because at the time it's really nervous. So far, Hanzo only got 1 kill, and that was on the Hylos, and that was about it. You know, I would, to be honest, like that ultimate backwards just now, it was a missed opportunity, but it's not the end of the world, for sure, right? So I wouldn't blame Hanzo for it. It's just not the end of the world, right? However, he could have done more. He could have done more for Suyo. But it's also like not telling, like, you know, would it be game changing? Would it not? We wouldn't know that. Kirk has a vision here. Let's take a look. Oh, activating when it's low enough. Yeah, this is a completely 50-50 play. And then Hanzo got it, which is fine. But again, I think it's a completely 50-50 play right here, right? Suyo could have gotten it. And Suyo's skill 2 also does a lot of damage as well. Skill 2 plus retry combo. So King Kong's lucky here. For sure, right? But also no one was poking him earlier. He got a lot of... they didn't expect King Kong to get this much health, I think. But it's also hard to check because Hanzo farms jungle pretty fast. Let's continue in the mid lane team fight, actually. So immediately there is a pullback on Idok. King Kong going on Idok again. And then not having ultimate for Rins. But they did burn out Rin's flicker though, which is pretty decent. And it got assist. Let's take a look. He's going to go for Badan. Try to cycle further away from Badan, but knowing that, you know, everybody's retreating the carry, so he decided to go on Badan. He's not gonna get a kill here. Badan's ultimate gives him a shield on top of it. So at this point, RQ is back in the lead. It's pretty good play. RQ is just doing so well, right? RQ is I've been a fan of RQ for quite some time now. Like the entire team just play really clean. Top side, Onic did a good rotation to take the top tier 1 tower. Hanzo's still farming the first lord. Let's see how Hanzo executes his first lord, right? CC does clean bottom wave. Bottom wave still have pressure though, in the favor of RRQ. So CC coming here. Bottom lane not clean. Over long term, it's not going to be good for RQ. Oh, Gata get caught out. So nice call out from the side of RQ, right? When Gata walked into the bush, they noticed the entire team went off on Gata, right? Super Friends try to go on Rins, not able to get him. Oh, this Dyren. Yo, this Badon is such a good pick in this game. It's contra Hanzo, and then also the player just really good. You know, this put Hanzo in such an awkward position. There's not too much you can do here against this Badon, right? He just push you away, and then immediately Hanzo's ultimate is killed. So let's take a look. King Kong really passive, really clean rotation path here. There's no vision in that bush. He knows, he senses, you know, it doesn't check any bushes. You know, NA, who would check that bush? Who would walk towards that bush and just get killed? And now Yo had at me in the back, are like, yo, who, what the fuck are you doing? I said no checking bushes, right? And you would just hear who, oh. If it's best player, like, oh shit, oh snap. That's literally what happened, right? So very disciplined player from rotation here, coming off from King Kong here. When you're behind, I mean, there's not too much you can do. Hanzo using ult right here, going to, he got an entry into Sicilian. So really good. I think Sicilian also underestimated, like Hanzo can just murder you like that, right? So good kill. Knowing also, this is what I was talking about, right? He went on Sicilian, knowing that information, Sicilian doesn't have flicker. And that's something that I mentioned in previous video. Pro teams, they will calculate, they have the timer on everything, right? And let's see, the poke onto IDOC. Immediately skill 2, he does have golden staff, which allows him to poke really well, right? Skill 2 touches. If he lands and then the character stays in the skill 2 for like more than 1 second, that's an instant 5 stack. That's the power of golden staff. That's why also I said golden staff is such a core item on Hanzo on so many different levels, you know? Because your skill 2 triggers golden staff passive as well, for those who didn't know, right? And then your all attack triggers when you farm, your skill 2 triggers, not to mention to give you so much attack speed as well, which is exactly what Hanzo needs. But let's see what his defense, yeah, look at that. He tried to go on Badon, right? Just one skill 1 pushes Hanzo's skill 2, which cancels his gap close, also cancels a lot of passive stack. Now, with that being said, Badon is overextending for that, so the team punished Badon for it. That's pretty decent. And King Kong never died. 2-0 and 4, despite the team losing right now, right? 2,900 gold, so pretty good, pretty steady, maintaining the gold differential, and then keep the team in a steady position. And I think I'm pretty sure Hanzo's still really farmed. I just don't see how farmed he is, right? All right, let's see. 1-on-1 here between Choi and Kara, not interested. Okay, Rins going forward. Kirk, oh, beautiful ult. Unfortunately, Hanzo doesn't have ult right here, so what's the plan? They're going for the lore. No way they're going for the lore, right? Sujin's low. Yo, this is scary. Oh, King Kong got it. So King Kong not only got a kill, but also, oh, didn't get a kill, but it got the Lord. So that's really good. The second major objective King Kong got. So really good was Retry there. And that's what you expect from one of the best junglers from MPLPH in the world. Take a look at this team fight one more time, right? So Sujin was rushing the Lord. Let's take a look. King Kong went in. This could have been really good for King Kong, but Dawn, 1v9, right? Literally 1v9 over here. Push canceled Hanzo, and Hanzo Shadow instantly died, which give 2 kills to the side of RQ, effectively rendering that Lord useless. So even with the Lord advantage is negative 1.6k gold. Look at that. Because they were not able to do anything, you know? Onic was not able to push or do anything effective with that Lord. Hanzo have 9,000 gold. The second most farm, actually most gold is on the Granger, right? It's on the Kara. So Kara's 5-1 with a lot of kills. And then Hanzo went anti-heal, which is, you know, totally makes sense in this game. They have Badon, they have Sicilian, they have, you know, Irethel. Also, everybody on their team has heal, some kind of regeneration. So this anti-heal make tremendous sense. The only thing I would change is for King Kong, he would reach power spike a lot earlier if he builds golden staff first item, guaranteed, right? But so far he's actually pretty decently behind compared to Suyo. But you know, Suyo farms really fast as well. Rotation speed is faster. Take a look. Hanzo comes in, do a little poke on Hylos, but quickly got pushed back by Rins and all that. So in competitive environment, you know, Hanzo, I would say, like, is a last pick scenario. I wouldn't first pick it at all. Just because if any team picked this, if you second pick Hanzo, look at what happens, right? Badon was out, Hylos was out, and just become extremely hard to kill, right? I think if you want to pick Hanzo, it could be a much later pick. RQ have not been able to extend the lead. King Kong probably going to use the ultimate to try to steal it. Let's see. Can you get it? He's not even retroing. He's just getting pushed onto the wall. All right, Kirk got it. That was odd. Was he not interested in retroing that? Okay, well, yeah, Lord is up. So they're trying to bait. They're trying to force. Really good from RQ right here to force King Kong to use retreat. But King Kong was smart enough not to do that. So it doesn't give RQ a free entry into Lord. Saved it. And let's see. RQ is pressuring, knowing that Hanzo can't do Lord alone. So they're pressuring the opposition side, right? All the good teams always do this when they have the lead. They pressure the opposite side of the Lord. And now they come to the Lord with map advantage, you know? So let's take a look. Is there gonna be any core? Oh, one more time skill 2 get completely canceled by Darren. Dude, that's so annoying. I think like once they have Badon, you just shouldn't play Hanzo. Yeah, this is gonna be a Lord free Lord to RQ with Hanzo not having ultimate at all. So let's see if Granger is able to get some kill. Ultimate forced out. Ooh, killing spree on the toy, not Choi. A Kirk is 0-8. God damn. That's a clash lane difference right there. One's a 0-1-11 Badon, one's a 0-8 Kirk. Okay, that's not so good. But I think Kirk is doing a decent job. He's just not getting a good KDA. Super Friends able to get away for the flicker. Let's see the engage here. Finally, they got Badon. Nice. Okay, so this is a team fight that RQ for sure rushed, you know, right now. I think it's because of the pull. So the flicker coming out from Dyren, right? Getting pulled and then getting low, and Granger killed it. So most damage come from Granger. He's also the most farmed, right? Kelra is really farmed right now. Actually, got a pull back, immediately retreat coming out the slow, another slow. So forcing out Super Friends ultimate. I mean, Super Friends, I mean, with ultimate. That's why Jushin's so annoying, right? It's so hard to kill this girl. Like, she's constantly annoying you, and she has the ultimate that literally covers like half of your phone screen. The ultimate is insane in terms of rotation, movement speed, in terms of everything. So they decided to go for Badon first. Oh, CC's ultimate comes in. Immediately Badon get one-shotted. That's CC ult plus the skill 2 from Hanzo worked out this time. And also knowing that I think they baited out Badon's skill 1. Let's take a look. So going forward, skill 1, he used it here. I don't know the cooldown of the skill 1, so he probably doesn't have it. Slow, let's take a look. Oh, Hanzo also retreated him, plus CC's ultimate. Okay, so only 33 seconds on the clock for Lord, so really detailed, by the way. I don't know if, I'm pretty sure he was thinking like this, in the fact that he, 33 seconds on the Lord, he can use retreat one more time before the Lord. So use the retreat to slow him down, plus CC's ultimate, kill Badon, which is the biggest counter to Hanzo in this game. And then that frees up Hanzo to do whatever. So let's take a look at this lore fight right here. Activating ultimate, immediately go for Rins. Rins force the flicker out. Okay, now to back out with ultimate run the cooldown, run its course. So to prepare for the next team fight. Okay, first of all, team decided to go back to clean up the macro a little bit. Bottom lane has pressure, but the far lane seems too pushed in. All right, Granger is gonna come in, not clearing the wave now, knowing top lane is gonna accumulate. Darren's back. Again, Rin doesn't have flicker here, so King Kong knows this. Go for bottom lane wave clear. Can ultimately easily use ultimate. Oh, let's take a look. Rins decided to poke Hanzo when he is like, don't have flicker. Oh, that's a mistake. Immediately Super Friends knows this, pulled him back with ultimate, and then comboed with Hanzo, King Kong, and then with Rins dead, that's gonna be a huge, yo, that's a trade. Super Friends overstepped as well. So King Kong's gonna get his HP back, suck up the blue buff. Sucky. Let's take a look. It's a trade. Immediately I was saying like Super Friends and King Kong both captured on the downtime of the flicker for Rins. And then they just traded. So let's see this lore fight. King Kong getting vision, not pushing in. Bottom wave, getting closer to the base. Let's see if King Kong, okay, while Onic starts doing the lore now, that's gonna be kind of risky. I don't think that's something they wanted. Probably just baiting them in. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Granger, oh, that's dangerously close towards the Badon. Badon's not going for it though, for some reason. He's looking for CC. Finally, oh, because of the Purify. Okay, let's take a look. Kirk, go for IDOC, really good choice. Let's see what he decided to do here. To call his body back, instantly buys immortality. That's such a good, clean execute, and sell immortality for Wintercrown. Wow, that's just a mechanic. That's really good mechanic play. So comes in here, secure the Lord, and then kills Renz after. So now just auto attack Renz is dead at this point. Let's go back to this play one more time, right? So I wouldn't put myself in the Lord Pit position, but you know, King has ultimate, so he's probably a little confident. Activate ult, Hylos are already low, easy skill 2, skill 1 kill. Over here, I wouldn't keep on running into the Badon, knowing that they counter, but this player is just really good micro-wise. Like his mechanic is really good. Fast hand, you know, that's why he's one of the best assassin players in MPL, right? Able to sell one of the items for immortality and switch immortality for Wintercrown. You also have to be like really familiar. Like that takes some practice, right? I would say it's a standard practice among all the top assassin players. You know, because we've seen it from many different MPL players. Even best player, I've seen from best player a lot as well. And that's just standard play from the professional players, but all the professional players seem to do it. So really good execution there. You know, selling items. I don't know which item he sold for immortality, but either way, it's really good. Immortality into Wintercrown saved his life, and then ended the game for the team. So good job from King Kong right here. 7-1 and 6. Also showed the resilience from the entire team. I think this is more of RQ's game to lose, right? They were rushing the high ground push quite a few times, which give Onic the opportunity to come back and end. So either way, congratulations to Onic for winning this game. Well, this came 3 weeks later. Good game from Team Onic, guys. What do y'all think? Let's take a look at this item here to see if we can get some clue on which item he sold. Was that the... Oh, that was a championship play? Oh, that was winning the championship, so we didn't even get to see the item. Yo, what a big trophy that is for winning that. Okay. Is that a watch party? That's a watch party. I don't know why he didn't have to dress like that. Okay, interesting. Yeah, there's no item showing here now. It's just because Grand Champion, I guess they don't show the items anymore. So no post-game analysis. But guys, I think it's a great game for Team Onic. And then good. It was not the best game for Hanzo. So this requires a lot of teamwork from Onic to pull this, Onic PH to pull this game off. But King Kong definitely really patient with this ultimate, with skill 2 as well. Among the top Hanzo player I've seen, top Hanzo players I've seen in the MPL region. So what do y'all think, guys? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. With that, assassindave signing off. I'll see you guys all next time, if there's next time. Bye for now.